Hey everybody, Quaver here, and today we're actually going to go over my setup. You've probably seen it here in the background, but let's go ahead and get a little in-depth into it. Let's do it.
Alright, so you've probably already seen some of the stuff that's in my background as far as my mics, my guitar and stuff, but let's go ahead and actually get into a little bit of some of my gear. First off, this is the new guitar that I actually have. This is the Misha Mansour HT6 from Jackson Guitars. It's not his one that's about like $4,000 or so. This is the more affordable one that's about $700 to $800. Still one of my favorite guitars. I'm actually going to go ahead and do a different review about the recap of using this for the past couple of months. But the other one is, and this beauty, this is Solar Guitar's A1.6 ROP Plus in blood red open pore. This is my favorite guitar to play on, mostly because it's actually in a tuning that I consistently use for a lot of the recording, writing, and practicing that I tend to go ahead and actually keep with. And for the most part, it sounds really good. Oh, by the way, that you're actually hearing is a couple of monitor speakers that I have. Come check it out. Alright, so the PC monitors that I'm using are the Mackie CR5XBT 5-inch, and they're about 80 watts. I got them on a great deal to go ahead and actually help me with plugging into my PC, which is this one right here. And I have a Legion gaming PC, but I use it for a lot of work, editing, recording, trying to go ahead and actually get most of my music stuff done, most of my teaching as well. By the way, this is Steve. But it also helps to have a slew of picks, and I have, this is just a small part of my collection. This is actually my pick that I use the most. This is a purple plectrum pick. I got this about 2 years ago. Still my favorite pick to use. And for recording and helping me with all my guitar and instrument stuff, this is the Volt 1. It only has one plug-in for your instrument cable or mic cable. Been the most essential part of anything that I'm using on my computer. And I have a studio quality mic with a pop shield, or just a shield, mesh shield in the first place. This one is a super cardioid mic. I'll pull it out real quick. This is what I'm going to be using for all of my online teaching. This is Audio Technica super cardioid mic. This is my favorite piece of equipment because this has helped so much with my voiceovers, my other work that I do for my other YouTube channel, and a few other things. And it helps quite a bit with gaming. And so my other piece of equipment that I'm going to be using is this Logitech HD 1080p webcam. This is actually what I'm going to be using for all my online lessons. I'll show you what that looks like here in a little bit.
And this is what it looks like when I give my online lessons. You can go to my Fiverr, my YouTube, my Ko-Fi. All the links are there for you to go ahead and sign up for a particular tier. Hope to see you soon.
This particular bag, it looks like a travel case for the most part. I'm not going to pull everything out because there's a bunch in there, but there's all of my restringing kits, my cleaning kits, everything to go ahead and actually work on an Evertune system, which my Solar is the one that has that. And a couple other things that I might need, from stands to extra strings, a lot of extra strings, and a few packs of picks that are yet to be opened, mostly because I tend to buy a lot in bulk because I run out of picks or I melt them too quickly, but yeah. Oh, that's pretty much all of the hardware. Let's talk about some of the software. What I actually use to go ahead and record and do some of my editing is Filmora, OBS to go ahead and actually help me with streaming, which I have yet to do that, probably coming soon, as well as a couple other things like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and one of the things that's actually been really helpful is Fiverr. If you don't know what that is, here's a link. But the other things I actually use to go ahead and help with recording and doing any voiceover work or anything basically that I want to go ahead and create is Ableton Lite. I know I'm using the Lite version, but it's actually really helpful. Everything that is hard and technical about it, it basically gives you a step-by-step user information on anything that you click on or hover over when you use your mouse. It's been really, really helpful to go ahead and get all of my music out there, as well as do some of the recordings that I've done for my YouTube channel. Now, the other thing that you probably heard is the amp simulator that I'm actually using. I have two of them. One of them that I first used was Mixed Waves Jason Richardson's plugin. Still a really good plugin. It's the first one that I've ever used and bought before, and really well worth it. The different types of sounds that you get through there, I believe Jason did most of them as far as creating them himself. They've been really helpful to go ahead and actually get used to learning how to use a DAW. And my last piece of software that I use is my favorite thing that I just bought, which is the Kiesel Hyperrig guitar plugin. And I love it. All the different types of amps, the pedals, the way that you can go ahead and mix it, the different types of stacks that you can use, it sounds amazing. That's actually what you heard me using a little while ago with my Solar and my HT6. But this is what it sounds like. Alright, well, that's pretty much all of my setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and remember, always use a metronome, map out your strings, be kind to each other, and I'll see y'all later.